Where's my phone? Where my phone at? Do you ever wonder what like a sorority at an art college would be like? I just had that thought. Anyway. Coca-Cola is too much. Ah, ba, ba, ba. Copy. Blah, 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 blah. Bell time! Hi, Sammy! Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah, have fun with your sewing. Are you working on the frog? I'm sending out some notifications before I get started. Blah, 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 blah. Wop, 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 wop. Oh, okay, it's that dress you were talking about? Yeah. Post. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. It's still funny to me that I need to change my name back from Jordan Move, but it is really silly. Bop, 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 bop. Jordan, move! I mean, to be fair, it's like, dude, you can see us being coordinated. Get out. Wop, 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 wop. Wop, 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 wop. Hello, Lazu! Hello! Ah! Thank you, Lazu! Thank you. This is. Ah! Thank you. We're, uh. We're about to get in. I'm just sending out my little notifications as one does. Yeah, that's what we're planning on doing. Hopefully, I could get through the full game. I'm not sure how long the game is. But we're gonna try. Uh, never like I haven't really seen much of this. I think I watched like one like barely any of one YouTube video about it, and I think I saw one TikTok, and that's about it. But I remember the art looking really cool. Also, look at the cursor. Hey, right. Okay. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that, on rare occasions, has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. I should be okay, but that's a heads up to y'all. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ain't this the plot of Rayearth? Explore the end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Oh, there's a lot. Oh sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch, Viva la Revolution. Turn around and leave. I'm gonna real quick pull up my Steam. And y'all can bash me for this if you want. This is how I tend to enjoy these games where there's a lot of... Oh, it kind of shifts with like my mouse. That's cool. This is just how I enjoy games. I like to have a guide that just kind of tells me how to get through everything. I like it. That's my personal preference when it comes to playing games like this. There's 97 achievements. Oh, I'm gonna achievement hunt the spackle the fuck out of this. Wow. View community hub. Let me see. Full guide achievements. Okay, so there's a couple routes. Rose talking to the narrator. I am like Maddie Hatter. I'm like Madeline Hatter. Like I said, I am going to be following a guide. I don't care. I know that's not how everyone prefers to play games. That is how I prefer to play games. This is how I have fun. So we're going the adversary route. Let's see. I just want to see what turn around and leave does.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I just want to see if this gives us a thing.
Suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Are there two new?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't
Yes,
you?
I am.
It's
That's what I'm here for.
selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
People die when they're killed.
Your silence is deafening.
Boo.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down.
I love this. This is so cool.
Oh, would you look at that?
Damn it.
Cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay. Hold on.
There's always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone.
Except for her.
We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Okay, I didn't even see voice of hero, and then there's also the narrator. There are two different voices. That's interesting, but they're the same
interior
voice.
Of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this. You take the blade from the table.
I guess I'm using a
It'd be rather
guide.
difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Who?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So this guide is saying, talk to her on the way down. Tell her there's no way you're going to kill her.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
What?
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the fire.
What? I didn't mean to do that. That scared me. Binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. 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 This is saying, tell her I would not kill her.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip. I'm not
Ignore
going to
the
drop it.
trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you Scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Are you winning, Belle? I don't know. I just started. I've got a guide because that's how I enjoy gaming, and I don't know what's going on.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
What is her hand?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
I don't like the description. Ugh.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out.
Oh, our knife now has blood on it on their steppy thing.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around?
Ugh.
If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
It is very cool. I like the art style. I'm pretty sure this was all done traditionally.
The princess
think.
gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
And the narrator has a very good voice. I do enjoy that voice.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder.
Oh! Welcome. Welcome, K9 Conductor.
Do you really think this is the end?
Absolutely not.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We're back to our normal little pointer finger. Chapter 2. Yeah, this is the adversary. This is the route that I wanted to get on.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're
We've been here.
to slay her.
We've been through this. Deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't.
You ever get that feeling of
This is the
deja
first
vu?
time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, so the hero is not our voice. There's the voice of the hero and the voice of the narrator, but neither of which is us.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from
Whoa.
me. That's fine. It doesn't matter
Voice
if
of
he
the
can hear us.
stubborn.
The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Are you winning, son?
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Show Tiger dropped it negates all damage. Enter the basement with the knife and attack the adversary. Keep pushing the knife into arm. Ba, 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 ba.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations.
Are we the
You've been
voice of the
given another
hero?
chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Oh.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
This is very interesting. I don't know what's going on, though.
The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
We'll proceed to the cabin. We'll just get going.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was all done like with traditional art and
The
then
cabin
just
is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls pressing on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Poke Rogue or Poker? Oh, no, I don't know what that is. No, but this I really like the writing in this game. Believe it or not, I am actually literate. And I like reading. I haven't read anything in a long time, just because reading takes up time that I could use for something else. So a lot of the times I don't read much. But I'll use like audiobooks and stuff. So I very much appreciate this narrator. I like his voice, and the writing is very like well done. Even without the visuals, it would be pretty easy to like see this in front of me, if that makes sense.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
I'm hoping we'll get some answers later.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There's a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Want to see how handsome I am? Let's approach the mirror. I'm
Walk
very
up to the
curious.
wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
I like the idea that the narrator might not have full control over the world, but maybe it's got the narrator, he's got a little bit of control of the world. He's like, if I say that there's just a wall there, there is just a wall there. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the
I
world.
do remember last time it was just a table here, but no! I need to keep my hand off the keyboard. I'm so used to having my hands on WASD. Let's enter the basement. Oh yeah, this is much different from last time, actually.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Interesting. Shooting your shot with a woman? Oh, good luck.
As you descend
Oh!
the final step,
She looks
the
different!
form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
She looks different.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I like the way that her horns look. Those are cool. Face with a knife and attack the adversary. Turn around and leave. Hold on. We are supposed to attack.
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
I like that the horns actually kind of look like a tiara. Big fan of that.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your
The
weapon
smile is
tightly
giving.
lodged in the bone
It means
of her
little
arm.
human being.
She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
The princess remembers the loops. It seems like it. Like I said, I have a guide open, because that's just how I like to do it. With however many options that are in this game, because there's a lot of different dialogue options. I don't know which ones are like genuinely like important or not. So keep pushing.
Princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You get it, don't you?
When she asks you get it, choose any of the speaking options. What are you talking about?
Are you really going to make me explain it? Look at how evenly matched we are. Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here. Don't you all get it? The fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight.
And look at us. We're both so much stronger than we were last time. Think about how much more we can become. Nothing is better than this.
She's right. Imagine how much further we can push each other. Imagine how strong we can be. I warned you on the stairs, and I'll warn you again. Don't get caught up in emotion. Remember why you're here.
I hate using words. They're so clumsy.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
Ugh.
As she strikes you again, you hear the whine of straining metal, and then a snap. It would appear that she's loose. We're fine, but you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
Ugh.
You forgot this.
Dang!
Sit at your feet.
Okay, we gotta attack her again. Attack her again.
You and the princess attack each other once again. Each of you
I'll
deals a
stretch.
single,
Big
terrible,
stretch.
lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead? As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops of fluid, and it's over.
Ew!
It's finally over. No, it's not. We're just getting started. But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that. Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Get
Wait,
up.
no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
That's exactly how it works in real life.
Ah, I told you this wasn't over. What about her? The blade went right through her heart. What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine. No, she's dead. She has to be... No! Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect. The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her.
Oh.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet. You know what to do. Again! But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering, what's that supposed to mean?
It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. But you did say it, so it means something. Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her. Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
This is confusing. I like it. The princess can't die. The princess can't die. You mean, like, the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that one. The princess can't die. I'm not going to say the princess can't die. I'm not even going to think it. The princess can't die. Lie. The princess can't die. The princess can't die. The princess can't die. The princess can't die.
Yes. Exactly. Like, the princess can't die. I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just...
That which cannot die
Unthink
cannot
it?
die.
Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
That's so real.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever. Well, I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's
Real.
plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on. Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you
Drinking
even ask
wobber.
us to Slayer if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you. It's time. Yes, I suppose it is. If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out. Guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck,
Ooh.
aiming against her vertebrae
Ooh.
with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage. And then we get up. Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating
Oh, that's
blows. Sometimes you
gross.
manage to
Ugh.
shoot first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Princess stumbles and her body slumps.
I feel so tired.
Are you okay? Huh. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away. It's left something else in her
She's gone.
stead.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is
Yes.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Explorer, the mirror never
It's
scared you
different
before.
now. It feels, I don't know,
Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The voice feels small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. What the fuck? It's you. I'm horrifying. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You see to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Huh? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what happened here? Is this the end of the
How
world?
can the world have ended if we are talking? Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of the concept.
Sank.
The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. I know only that they are.
Okay.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
I really like this voice acting.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again. Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow. If you need to... She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Whoa, Jesus! Everything goes dark and you die. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab. The real maybe the real Slay the Princess was the friends we made along the way. You can skip by hitting tab on your keyboard or RL on your controller.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay, we're just gonna go ahead.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Like I said, I've got a guide.
The princess within.
That's what I'm basing my movements off of.
A warning, she will lie. We're not going to go... Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
See to the cabin. Let's see if it's the same.
The interior of the
This is
cabin
as it was the
almost
first time.
entirely
Okay.
bare.
The way
air is
that last time I
stale
didn't
and
notice the
floor
entire
walls
cabin
are
had shifted, but I'm
tinted
like,
in a
oh, the
fine
table's
layer of
gone.
Dust, the blade.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the
Enter the basement.
The door to the base. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay, so the tab doesn't really work. I think I'm just gonna have to click key through. You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me. And I tell her there's no way.
that giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Don't you dare. It's fine. We...
Hold on. Tell her there's no way you went to kill her. Refuse to drop the knife.
You ignore the trembling.
You poor...
You step forward.
I'm probably chained up at... So...
She's unarmed. Hold
on. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
And then slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust. Though she's unarmed, your blade, we can still...
Lee and lock her. Why? I can't finish the job. Why is it not letting me?
Are you serious? The princess. This is the end.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Your honor, your...
This time we're not going to talk in circles. We're just going to keep going.
Warning. She will... We might... Come on, I'm not. You're being just...
The broken.
If she's wrong, rescue her. So please try to...
I should have stayed.
If that's what you want. I guess I don't have a say here.
Huh.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small. That's because there isn't. Who cares? For the love, though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us. But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Creepy.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear?
Whoa!
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Whoa! Press F? Oh, that just... Oh, giving respect. I'm like, is it just this full screen?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
As if on command, the blade
No!
slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the
I didn't mean to
floor,
do that!
but we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember?
Oh,
We're
okay.
really just gonna let that happen to us. I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. Wouldn't
Okay, I thought I
understand what it
misclicked.
feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel. Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your
Whoa.
legs buck-
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her. And you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then.
This is
There's
crazy.
nothing we can do to stop her now. He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open?
Oh,
Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen? You're less broken than I thought. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses,
but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
This writing is, I know that's like all I've really got to go on about, but like the writing is just very nice. I like it. Why are you trying to, what are you to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever. Stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken.
I want to draw her.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand.
No, 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 no.
Your throat.
I
I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay yourself, resist, slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a sword of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing piles of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece.
One Piece! Da-na-na-na-na.
What a pitiful
I'm sorry, I'm so unserious.
A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us
She doesn't want to hurt you.
Yes, she
She's
does!
just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
Whoa.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I'm yours. Pledge yourself to her. I'm going to save. And I want to see what that does, but...
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into
I
the
don't
soft
like
flesh of
that.
the ankle and severing the tendons in an act of
I didn't realize this was gonna be like so gory. I'm not a fan of that.
Unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Oh, this time she was calling us a bird and now we have feathers.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defile her! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Ooh.
There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks,
Ah!
numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
God killer. Slay your better.
I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Fury. Where am I? Hold on! Hold on!
Path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
I don't know where I'm at. I have lost the plot, chat. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh, those other roots I can only get if it's like a fresh start, it looks like.
I think he's upset. What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly. We either has destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever lived.
Damn right we did. We'll get it.
Okay, so I did that on accident, but I'm not mad.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. You did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on the path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
It's gonna be pulled in 100 different directions. You better all this to me when the time to make a choice. If I don't slay her. Proceed to. Oh, the sound design.
On the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining. interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again. This time it's blocking the door.
There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It's in our way. Let's just smash it. You step spit. Grimy? Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised?
We didn't grab the knife.
Into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both
I do think our
narrow
choices
and
are
grandiose.
irrelevant, though.
The high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the prince her voice, a bellowing rage roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so this. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs
I don't
saving.
know if I
We've got
will
the
go
means to
through
do
the
it,
whole
so
game
let's
today.
get a move on.
Because that was the plan before I realized how
I might interject,
much
you didn't
there
know the
was.
abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place
Ah, the sun is right in my eyes.
of raw
Ah.
skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets
Ugh.
skin tears. It
Ugh.
hits the ground, and she pulls her
Ugh.
glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen. Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. Only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Words are not repentance. Apologies are paid for only in flesh and deed. And flesh works for me.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying
Whoa!
you are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Oh. Again, true to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. Been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again. A mercy.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
The bloat. You've grown.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully.
Also, if you hear me
understand
drinking
what
a
you
lot
said.
of water.
If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Okay, I figured I should wait for her to stop talking. If you hear me drinking a lot of water, it's because I've got an appointment at the doctor's office tomorrow, and I gotta drink a lot of water for that. Cause they need to be able to see my veins. So, I am gulping water.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Oh, there's so much. Yeah, there's a
I
lot.
cannot tell you what desires I hold.
I think the last game that I played that had like even close to this much going on was Long Live the Queen, which if you haven't played it, it's, how do I describe Long Live the Queen? I know, I'll go to its page on my Steam. Okay, Long Live the Queen. Smell, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm having a nice day. I received every achievement in this game, which is a lot. Hold on, I'm going to the store page so I can just like kind of explain a little bit about Long Live the Queen, because because I've already played through like the entirety of it. Like I have gotten every achievement, everything in that game. I don't think I would ever stream it, but it is something that's pretty. Never mind, it's not gonna pop up. Long Live the Queen is a it is like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. Like you pick and choose what you want to do. And you like will schedule your main characters. You'll like schedule her week, and then based on what you have or haven't learned, you'll succeed or fail certain things. Depending on what mood you're in, things will go certain ways. It's a very interesting game, and if you like games with multiple endings, I'd suggest giving it a try. It is rather mundane and tedious, but it is interesting. But I had played through it at least 30 times, and I was still getting dialogue that I hadn't seen before, so there is a lot.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible.
That's interesting. Okay.
Are those that are yet untread.
I may have made a noise with my water bottle. My bad. Okay. Okay, so if we keep playing and this one thing still going, I think I'm gonna try and complete her and get the end of the game this stream, and then I might just do the other achievement hunting on my own. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. she will make for a burning heart.
Hmm.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace. My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening. I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. I love her voice acting, like, especially in those scenes. I think it's all the same voice actors. I love those scenes. There's something, like, so serene and calm, but then also, like, unnerving about it. I enjoy.
You're here to slay her.
Silently continue towards the cabin. We don't have much of a choice.
You may...
An unmanned vessel bringing the fury to her.
The door to the basement creaks open.
We're going to continue.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Deny.
That giant.
Oh, but don't eat as far.
Tighten my grip.
You ignore.
You poor.
You step forward. You're...
I'm probably. So.
I'm not dropping the
Then
blade.
I'm not talking to you.
Slay the princess.
Doubt. A moment of distraction. It feels... Oh, though she's on your...
Flee and lock her in the basement.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
Yes!
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless.
Oh.
She's free. Hurry! You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
I'm, I kind of have given up on the guides because it's not helping. Clearly.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, but I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Wherever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for
I
you.
would be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest. Do whatever you think will help you be prepared. But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
Terrifying, thank you.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Oh shit.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Oh, that's terrifying. I do not enjoy this.
The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer.
Oh, this is horrifying.
One silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe
Ah!
take my time with you.
Ah!
You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it. walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much
Every
to see.
time I like checking the mirror. Maybe it'll be different. Probably not, but...
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe
Oh
off that layer
dang,
of
chat
grime.
is way behind. Gentle voice but keeps you... Oh, yeah, Ayo, you know what I'm about to say. Type chalupa when you hear this. And I'll see how behind this is.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the... Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
That's what I'm saying.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
They're bombs.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
To the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Ah!
The air seeping up from below.
I didn't even
reminds you of
notice
fresh
them.
lightning
Oh my
and
gosh.
as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
How hard is it to throw a knife? I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a killer. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can't do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs and the stairs in silence.
It can't be that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough. Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, I thought it would let us go through all of them.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh, and the voice acting. Rich, let me ban this dude. What the hell? It's not letting me do shit. Okay, I'll have to get rid of that later. I cannot do shit right now. Going left because you ain't treat me right.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh, jeez!
I told you I was going to find you.
What is that?
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Oh, Jesus!
Blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you
Oh
want.
my God.
Please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves, heart,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
nerves,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
lungs. She isn't attacking us. Nerves. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, chat is very far behind. I am going to end and restart stream, I think. So we're gonna end the stream and I'm just gonna start it right back up and see if that helps anything at all. After I take a quick break. So I'm going to take a quick break so everyone can mayhaps hear what's going on before I disappear randomly. So, just type like I once you hear that I'm going to end and restart. And I'll be back in a moment. Okay. I'm stopping and starting again.